What's up, family? It's your boy. You already know what it is. I want to welcome you on behalf of my wife and myself to the Truth Moment podcast. We're so happy and grateful that you guys decided to rock with us and come on this journey with us. Listen, it's going to be a night of laughter, a night of love, as well as a night of learning. So this is what I need you to do. Go get some pads and some papers. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Listen, fellas, get your ladies, get some popcorn or some snacks and drinks and get ready because it's about to start in just a few moments. I want to show you that. So in front of our family and our friends, I would love to know if you would do me the honor of being my wife. Will you marry me? For this night, I pray. Just in case you can't see the finger and shake it. To
What's up, family? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy. We are back. What's going on? As you guys can see, I'm by myself. I'm solo once again. You know who is fashionably late, as she always is. But what's going on, you guys? How you guys been? I hope everything is good with you guys. I hope you guys are ready to chat, to laugh, to cry, to grow, and just to keep building, keep sharing. So while we waiting for who, I just want to connect with you guys as you guys are coming in. What's up, Simone? How you doing? How is everything in Kentucky? That is our sister Simone Robinson. We love her dearly. That is a powerful woman of God, powerful prophetess and preacher. Marilyn, what's up, sis? Marilyn is intelligent accountant, bookkeeper, CPA, philanthropist, survivor, mother. She's a little bit of everything. You making it, Simone? I'm glad to hear that. You can make it. You can make it if you try. You can make it. You can. No, no. All right. Well, you can make it. I may not be able to sing it, but you can make it. And I want you to believe that. You can make it. Miss Olga, how you doing? How you doing? Miss Olga, I love you so much, and I thank you for everything that you've done in my life. All the words of wisdom and encouragement. Kim, what's up, Kim? How you doing? Kim, you ready for your trip? You ready for your trip? Oh my gosh. She's not ready, y'all. She's not ready. Am I ready for Holy Convocation? Would you pray for me? If you pray for me, I'll be ready. Please pray for your brother. Please pray for me. Please. Y'all call my name. Please pray for me. Please pray for me. D, what's good, bro? I miss you, man. How's everything? How's everything down in Philly? That's my brother from Philly. I need you to give me the secret because I'm trying to get. You see my little patchy beard? I purposely didn't get a shape up a haircut enough because I wanted to get like yours, and it's just not working. I'm about to go back to putting some Jamaican black casserole in it because I want my joint to grow. I don't need it to be crazy. I don't want the patches. You know what I'm saying? I be looking crazy. I'm looking like a scruffaluffagus. Miss Olga, I love you more. Love you more. All right, family. So while we waiting for the missus, just want to catch you guys up. So last week, you guys know, and let me know if the sound is good. I just want to make sure everything's good. That way, when we get into it, we can really get into it. So last episode, we shared what we I didn't expect us to share. We talked about our son's passing. We talked about that whole ordeal. We talked about just about everything from how it happened up till the moment he passed. This episode is called "In the Eye of the Storm" because you know the act of death or the act of losing someone, the way we lost somebody is of course tragic and a tremendous burden to overcome and to get past. That's the Lord telling you don't need your phone. Here she comes, y'all. But we want to talk about some of the things that we learned in the process of it trying to be healed. So I don't know if you guys remember, but in the beginning we talked about how important it is they can hear you to saying it's ghetto. What's ghetto is you coming 10 minutes late. That's what's ghetto. That's what's ghetto.
Y'all, I was going through something. I'm feeling real ghetto right
Truth
now.
moment, y'all. I'm gonna put on the blood. I'm gonna put on blast.
Dope.
So she know we recording tonight. She going on another trip. Another trip. She going on the trip and started taking out her hair. Started taking out her hair. So you see, she got braids. She got the little lemonade Beyonce braids. So I'm like, you taking out your hair? Mind you, this is like 7:15, 7:20.
We got braids in the back.
She said, "Yeah, I'm taking out my hair." I said, "But we recording. How you taking out your hair and we recording?" She said, "Don't worry about it, Ron. Don't." I said, "Okay, cool."
Don't worry
And
about it.
you see, she 15 minutes late.
Don't worry
I'm about to
about
fire
it.
her again.
Don't worry about it.
I was about to
I'm
fire her
feeling
again.
very slanted, Ron.
You feeling very slanted? That's
Like
because
I'm
your
on a
chair is slanted.
I'm feeling
Your
like
chair is literally
I'm
slanted.
feeling like I'm on a slant.
Okay.
Turn my chair like that.
Is that better for you?
It's okay. It's gonna be what's
All
gonna
right.
be.
Gonna be
I'm
what's
feeling a
gonna
little
be.
slanted.
Hammy, what's good, bro?
Hey guys,
Q.
it's me, Q. With Q Raggy. So, hey guys, I'm here.
She almost got
Please,
fired.
guys, I was a little tardy for the party. Truth is, like my husband said, I was taking out my braids because I'm getting, my hair done and I'm getting my braids retouched. So here we are.
Hammy, what's good,
But
bro?
that's not important. Hi guys, how are you? I'm Quanisha Bennett. This is my husband, Ronald Jamel Bennett. I'm not sure if he introduced us.
I couldn't introduce us because us wasn't here. How
This
we
is the
introducing
Truth
us?
Moment podcast. Our listeners, we haven't been on
Kim,
for
I'm
a
just
while.
trying to. I don't want to be Rick Ross. I want to be Lance Gross.
Listen,
I want to be Lance Gross.
What he trying to do. We haven't been on for about 2 weeks.
Joy was good.
Hey, Joy. Life has been extremely busy. Like, that's the real deal, Holyfield. I'm really feeling like I need to tie this up again, y'all. So those that are watching.
So if a little turban fall out and you see what's going on underneath there, please screenshot it before the camera go out.
Please don't judge me.
Because she gonna knock the camera down.
Oh, believe me, I will.
So if you see what's going on in there with her roots and new growth and all that stuff,
child.
Listen.
Today.
So we're finally together back on the camera. We're so glad to see that you guys are still with us. We love you guys so much. You should.
Guys, I'm gonna be back because I was gonna put on a hat. Guys, okay. If y'all know me, for those that really know me, I have like.
If you love your Truth Moment family, take it off.
Now
just take it off. I'll do it with you. I'll do it. You about to make
me say something. First off, my husband knows one thing about me that God is still yet delivering me from. I can be a little vain.
A little vain?
So I'm gonna go put on the hat. I'll be back though. Ron, talk to the people.
I've been talking to the people.
Talk to the people
before you came. I've been talking to the people. Auntie, what's up, Auntie?
Talk to the people.
Auntie, how you doing?
Catch them up.
I want to be like you. Y'all everywhere. Chicago, Vegas, you all over. My aunt is the CEO and founder and fashion designer behind the brand that's blowing up in Brooklyn. I need to check it out on IG and on Facebook. It's called Brooklyn Girl Vintage. Brooklyn Girl Vintage. Girl is GURL Vintage. And she has some really dope pieces. I wish I'm waiting for her to start her guys collection so I could get some stuff. Cause I'm from BK, Brooklyn in the house. Here she come, y'all. She looking crazy. She said Auntie said they're going to Dallas this weekend.
Oh, wonderful.
See, when you got money like that, you can travel.
Be in VA.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, y'all.
You can travel.
Is this a little better? At this point, it don't matter. This is what's going to be. I still feel like I'm crooked. Like, it doesn't matter. Focus. Hey, Auntie girl. We are here.
Dad, you out of breath?
I am. This is the Truth Moment podcast for our listeners, for those that are watching. We want to catch you up. We've been going for a minute. Now we back with the jump off. We was going the last time too. Life has just really been happening for us. Babe, can you talk? Because I'm trying to catch my breath.
You trying to catch your breath? All right, so family, listen. So tonight we're gonna continue the story.
I think we finished the story.
The story's not finished. The story is still
the story's still being told, but I think we finished the story of like the day of.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But there's more to it.
Yeah, it's more to it. I just don't really know how much I'm willing to cry today. I didn't put that much. Thank you, Kim. The hat is better. Thank you. I didn't put that much glue on my eyelashes today, so things may not work out if I start crying.
Kim gonna ride for a girl no matter what.
Thank you, Kim. I thought that hat, my little BDBs are showing on the side, but that's my business.
Yeah, they ain't little, they big.
That's my business.
You
Ron,
brushed past me.
Ron, first off, you see how rough you looking today? All right, we both having a rough day.
Your mama want me.
We're not gonna do your mama joke because I had a real good one that I let go by.
That's
so
right.
We ain't gonna do mama jokes.
Anyway,
today.
so we're gonna keep telling the story. And we want to touch on a few things that we think is important to share. You know what I'm saying? Because we're family. You guys been here with us from day one. You guys are family. So we have the loss of our son. We're surrounded by family, and now we're dealing with that. My wife, at the time, where were you? Virginia Beach it was? Norfolk? I don't remember.
Virginia.
We were in Virginia. What part? I don't really remember. And so we in a hotel.
I thought we passed that part too.
What part you want to get to? Tell us what you want to get to, because you came extremely late.
I'm sorry I came late to the party. I don't want to cry tonight, babe. So I want us to just be past that. Like, they want that extra exclusive addition to that part of the story. They just gonna have to buy the book.
So let me.
Y'all just gonna have to buy the book. Buy the book. We can't give the whole story if we're gonna write a book.
I didn't know we was writing a book.
We writing a book.
All right, so that's an exclusive.
That's an exclusive. I
didn't know.
We're gonna write a book. Y'all gonna hear the other part of it in the book. We can't give y'all the whole story. There ain't nobody gonna want to buy a book. So y'all heard, and if you didn't hear, and if this is your first time being on, or if you wasn't on last week or 2 weeks ago, please believe Ride for Life. That's my girl. If you didn't hear the story and you want to hear the story as far as how our son passed and what we went through, that's in the previous episode. Mm-hmm. This is episode 9, right? That is in episode 8. So what we're gonna focus on is not really the day after, because I think that, like I said, that'll be.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna focus on the day after. I was just gonna talk about the process. But take it where you want to take it, and I'll just flow.
So the process, I feel
FYI, like, y'all, we going off script. We going off kilter. So we about to just flow. Let me
tell you something. Our Truth Moment podcast is so befitting for who we are as people, because we're very unfiltered, like just real down to earth people. Like, that's really who we are.
Well, I'm real down to earth. You kind of stuck up.
I'm real down to earth too. Okay, what your mom? Yeah, ma. He started with your mama jokes. I thought we were done with your mama jokes. Apparently, we've gone back to this phase.
I mean no harm. It was just a joke.
He said your mama.
Just a joke. Just a little harmless.
Just a little harmless joke.
You know I love you.
So what we want to talk about is really, going through different trials and different experiences or hardships in life, and how it can affect the relationship. Take us wherever the Lord leads you. Come on, Kevin. How it can affect the relationship, and the importance of being with someone or having a partner, that Lifetime movie, having a partner, the right partner, right?
Absolutely. But that's why I wanted to tell, I guess, the parts that you want to reserve for the book, because it's so important. It's so important from the standpoint of boom. So now let's imagine everybody that's commenting, you either got someone special that you're dealing with now, or someone special that you was dealing with, right? So now imagine, your mom passed.
That's not in my teeth.
That was mad random.
Sorry.
Mad random. Y'all see how vain she is? Talk about she got something in the teeth, and we talk about something.
I'm sorry. I'm being very serious, but I do have something. Okay, go first.
That's all right. Your mom passes, your dad passes, you lose your job, you lose a child, you lose whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? How is that person going to be there for them? And I think we need to go back to putting the emphasis on making sure that when we come into relationships, you need. I think you should step off camera.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think you should.
I told you I had something in my teeth. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You should just go brush it.
I think I am.
Yeah.
Okay, but you go tell the story. Yeah. That was a little too truth of a moment in that moment.
No, listen, hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to be up there digging your teeth in front of a million people.
First off, it's only 11. We done lost about 4.
That's because you talk about your teeth.
I'm sorry, y'all.
My
I'll be
God.
back.
Y'all see what I gotta work with? My Lord, my Lord, my
We'll
Lord.
talk, man. Talk.
So I'm gonna do what I was doing in the beginning because it's gonna all tie in. So the day after the accident, of course, guys, well, the day of the accident, we're in a hotel in Virginia, uh, surrounded by family, surrounded by people who care, surrounded by people who love us genuinely, just want the best for us. Uh, Meanwhile, we're surrounded by people, yet in the eye of the storm, literally in a whirlwind, in a tornado, in a hurricane of emotions, of feelings, of thoughts, of regret, of shame, guilt, just everything that you can imagine being in that is attached to a situation like that. That's what we were in, and two people who lost a child, who both were uh, as in love with our child as the other, as involved with our children as the other, both suffered the loss. Not one suffered the loss that's more than the other. Not, you know what I'm saying, her loss is greater than mine, but both suffered the loss, and now both have to heal. And you have two totally different type of people. You have Quanisha, who deals with everything on the outward. You have me, who I deal with everything inwardly. I'm quiet. I don't talk. I keep it to myself until I've learned how to process it and deal with it and get past it. Where Quanisha, she heals from speaking about it and talking about it. And you know what I'm saying? You have to know, and you have to this, and you got to know, and she wants you to know, and she wants you to know. And so here we were in that process of time, you know what I'm saying, trying to heal and heal together, but at the same time heal separately. And it was a lot that showed me, and I believe when she comes back, she'll tell you too, how important having the right one is. Because if you're not connected to the right person in a relationship, especially a romantic, physical, sexual, intimate relationship, and something like this occurs that shakes your world, that rattles you, that challenges you, that just crushes you and what you thought your life was going to be, you now find yourself in the conundrum and a situation where it's like, okay, this is what I need, this is what you need, and then it can be a matter of whose needs is more important. So for instance, after the death of my son, Quenisha wanted to talk, or she needed to talk a lot about what happened and what transpired. Whereas for me, I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to deal with it verbally. I didn't want to verbalize how I felt. I didn't want to verbalize what I thought. I didn't want to verbalize, you know, uh, what I felt I could have done differently or what we should have done differently. I didn't want to do any of that because my healing was to take place differently, or my healing normally takes place differently from me just inwardly shutting down and processing everything and then dealing with it like that. Whereas Quenisha, in order for her to heal, you have to have conversation over and over and over again until it goes from grief to anxiety to worry to fear to doubt to regret to shame to guilt to resentment to bitterness to peace. And so our process of healing was so different for each other, but it was perfect once we it became perfect rather once we understood that she needed something different and I needed something different. In the beginning, it was a matter of us not knowing how to allow the other person to grieve or to deal with it or to respond to it. And then it became a matter of like, this is life and death. So whatever you need, get that. Whatever I need, get that. And it wasn't a forced thing. It was just a matter of love, which goes back to what she was saying. Sometimes I think that we get into relationships where it's a 50-50 split on most things, the easy things, the simple things, the sweet things, the cute things. But then when it comes down to the major things, we don't know how to handle that. We don't know how to give and take. We don't know how to sacrifice. We don't know how to compromise. We don't know how to let go so we can gain. And I think that if we're going to build, especially in the Black community, healthy relationships, we have to first, and I keep saying it every time we get on the thing, we have to first, yeah, it's all right. We have to first We have to first, you know what I'm saying, figure out what it is about the individual that we're courting or we're dating or we're with that keeps us there, and then we need to actually challenge them. We need to actually process some things to see if this is going to work out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think that we should talk about too, Ron, today?
You
Healing.
going all over the place.
No, healing. I'm
Got
not going all over the place, Ron.
No, that's good. Healing.
Babe, I don't appreciate you putting me out like that in front of the people.
We had one thing planned.
We
and you
did,
went,
and
but
now
listen,
I'm feeling
that's fine.
something
That's
else.
fine. All right.
I'm feeling something else in my spirit.
All right.
So we have this plan, and I think that what we're talking about is good, but I also I don't feel like I don't want to be down right now in my spirit. And I know how I can be. So
Okay.
I don't want to be down in my spirit. So I definitely think that we should talk about that, but I think beyond or another you do it to him all the guards are time. What do I do to him all the guards are time? What do I do?
Nothing. Just flow with the healing.
You know what? I'm tired of this church.
Oh man.
What I'm saying is connecting to what he's saying. All I'm saying is this. This is what I'm saying. That's the prophetess there. All I'm saying is this. Thank you, sis. All I'm saying is this. That we can't stay in a place of sorrow all the time. I'm not saying that we're in a place of sorrow, right? But I think that sometimes we as people can sometimes sit in the sorrowful place and not realize that there's a place that we need to heal from.
I think that's where I was, because the reason what I'm saying, the reason why I said what I said was, you heal this way, I heal this way.
Yeah.
We're both together, so we're like this.
Yeah.
We're like this.
Mm-hmm.
I need to heal on this side.
Yeah.
You need to heal on this side.
Yeah.
Whose healing is more important if we both have to move?
Oh, both healings are just as
you get what I'm
important.
saying?
You know what though, babe? What I was gonna say? I think that me and you we've had this conversation, but also we've experienced that.
She don't want to be down, bro.
Yes,
she don't want to be down.
Yes, she not Brandy. That don't want to be down. I do want to be down. I want to be down. What are you going through? What I'm about to say is, when we had a conversation about that there is also, and what I'm trying to get at is, there's also a proper way of healing and an improper way of healing.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of times, and I was reading a book today on the train, and it was talking about healing and just going through different things. And they had a story it was a story in the book of an example of like how we can heal wrong, right? And how sometimes we can allow the situation that we've gone through to overtake us, right? And it can be a very thin line from us being healed and set free and delivered. I actually was saying this to somebody too. And being delivered or being made whole of a thing, and then allowing that thing to overtake us. And now that very thing that was supposed to be a season and a time
Absolutely.
has now become longer than the season.
Absolutely.
And be very clear, and I am an advocate of this, you can't tell anyone how long to grieve someone or something. However, there is a proper way to grieve, and there's a healthy way to grieve, there's an unhealthy way to grieve, and there should be a forward moving motion when it comes to grief and or healing.
I think
my opinion.
I think
don't shoot me guys.
I agree. I think a lot of times, especially in relationships, that there's not enough conversation about it. Because I think sometimes, like what happened with us, if I be honest and bring everything to the carpet, one of us in certain things were ready to move forward and the other one wasn't.
Yeah.
And so,
for sure,
one of us had to be a buffer and be like, hey, listen, this was sad that happened to us. This was bad. This was tough, but we've got to move forward. We can't allow this to be our resting place. We can't allow this to be, where we stay forever.
And yeah, but I thought I also think that we gotta be mindful that we're not rushing people. Like if someone just passed away, the next month you can't be like, oh, you can't stop here. This can't be your resting place. You got to move forward. Life is for the living. Like you can't do that. like you gotta give people some time and some grace to heal and to mourn. Even if you, and not saying you specifically, but even if you as a person have gotten over whatever it is that they're going through, you have to give a person a time to mourn. And we're not allowed to put the time on that, but we are responsible as individuals to say, okay, this is what healthy healing looks like, and this is what unhealthy mourning looks like.
So let me ask you, I want to segue back to something because I think this is a parallel, and I'm glad you brought it up. When we were having the men's episode and we were talking about the cave, and we were saying men go into a cave, for healing, for breakthrough, for all of the things, mental relief. You get what I'm saying? You was one of the advocates that was like, how long are you gonna be in the cave?
That's not the truth. Run that episode back, because that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. That was not me. Remember, there were other people in that. I did not say that.
No, you was one of the ones.
Nope, wasn't me.
Okay. Anyway, so here's my thing. When it comes to anything of this sort, I believe that there is no proper way to heal. There's no proper way to grieve. There's no proper way to mourn. There's no proper way to miss the loss of somebody. But I do believe that there should be something in us innately that says, okay, now is my time to move forward. I think some of us don't have those switches to go off in us internally and mentally and emotionally to say, hey, you know what? I can miss so-and-so, but I can also move forward with my life. And so my standpoint is, as the one who said, hey, we got to move forward, isn't let's not forget let's not mourn, let's not grieve, let's not anything. But in certain aspects, we can't stay here. You get what I'm saying? And so it may come off as insensitive in that moment.
It did.
And I understand.
It did.
But the reality is that's the truth. And I think that's and this is a segue into a whole nother conversation that we got planned for later on. But I think that's part of the issue, is the truth hurts. And especially when it's around that time of loss, time of grieving, prior to the time of healing. Because if I say to you, you know what I'm saying, you put on an outfit and you say, hey, how do I look in this outfit? And I say, you look fat. You look fat. You look fat. I'm you. This is an inside joke we had with Overseer Nelson. Where she said something.
Why you really gonna put that out there?
I'm gonna put it out. She said no. She didn't say something about him.
Oh my God.
We were just having and she said something was fat. And that's the voice he put on. See, she said, so every time we say fat, I'd be like, fat.
I did not call Overseer fat.
She didn't say Overseer Nelson was fat. We were having a conversation about something
out there for Overseer. We're like, oh, sing it. No, Overseer, that's what I'm saying.
But that's the truth. In that particular outfit, in that particular dress, you don't look good. You don't look appealing. You don't look attractive. You don't look satisfying. So was hurtful the fact that I'm telling you the truth and that I have to tell you the truth? Or is what hurtful what it is that I'm saying? And I think if we take that back to the grieving, to the loss.
You see my face?
I see your face.
Jamal is very hurtful. He says some things that be very lying. You could have kept that in your head. You do know that, right? You don't always have to say everything that you think.
So Moan, I know you do it. I know you always will, because that was your mom. That was your everything. You, like Kev, like us. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get over it. You're never going to get past grandma's passing, right? But you should be able to get past it enough to have a healthy bank account. You should be able to get past it enough to have a job. You should be able to get past it enough to, be able to take care of yourself, and not in every sense of your life or every area of your life be like, oh, I'm missing grandma. I
think that's the wrong word, Simone, to even say. You said it took a long time to get over. I don't think it's a matter of getting over. I don't think we get over the people that we have lost. I don't think we get over the death of our loved ones. We're not getting over it. I think we learn how to go through it. We learn how to deal with it. but we're not getting over it. I'm never going to get over the fact that I lost my son. I'm never going to get over the fact that I lost my brother. Like, I'm just not going to get over like, oh, okay, today I don't care anymore about that. Like, no, it's definitely, Kevin, it's getting through it, right? So it took you a while to get through it, and that's absolutely fine. I think it's a matter of us getting through those, because also I want to say this, because I know that losing people is a very touchy situation, right? So I like to stay clear of I like to stay, not stay clear, but I like to be, I'm very sensitive because I know how I am when I talk about stuff like this, or when someone else talks about stuff like this. But know that there are losses, and we can grieve other things beyond people passing, right?
Absolutely.
We can grieve, we can have grief for the loss of a job, or the loss of a relationship, whether it be an intimate relationship, or a friendship, right? A brotherhood, the loss of the mourning of a season that we were once in our lives, and we're no longer in that season, right? So there are many losses that we can go through, and learning how to go through those losses, and learning and looking to see what healthy healing is important. I think is my point that I'm trying to make. So beyond the losing of a person, because I can't tell you the degree in which this person meant to you. Neither can you tell me the degree and how much I cared about this person. That's a personal thing, right? And we should never get over people, but we should go through the loss of losing a person.
Absolutely.
I haven't.
Let me go back to it.
I'm sorry, I haven't at all grieved the loss of McGrady, because I'm still in a bit of a denial. Cannot believe she's gone. Exactly, right? So you're not even in a space where you're accepting what it is that you have gone through, and Aunt Lorraine has passed away with 2 years.
So let me ask. I want to ask.
It's been a year, I think.
Is that a dangerous space to be? And the reason why I'm asking is because if you haven't accepted, that means you're not even on the road to being healed.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like you in the car, but you never turn the car on and put it in drive and step on the gas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, and I understand why you may not have accepted it, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people mean so much to us that it's hard to accept. But in the denial of it is the denial of your own healing and your own breakthrough and your own freedom.
Yeah.
And not freedom from her, because she will always be tethered to your soul, but freedom from your healing.
Yeah, because the reality is, if we stay in a place of denial, once again in reference to anything, then we're not allowing ourselves.
Beehive, what's good, Brody?
Hello, Bijan. We're talking about healing, Bijan. We're talking about the life after death, the life after loss. As you know, and just about everyone know, we've lost our son. I lost my brother. He lost his great grandmother. We lost our pet. Like, it was so much loss that has happened within a couple years for us, and the other people that have lost.
A couple years. That was the same week.
Yeah, that was all in the same week. But I'm saying I lost my brother. 2 years.
No, I'm saying
grandma, great grandma Mello, and
Pastor was
Pastor. Yes, it was 2 years. I was thinking it was 2 years. Cav, I said even 2 or 1, but it was 2 years. You know, all of these losses. Aunt Lorraine passed, like a bunch of people in our church family passed away. So it was a lot of loss, right? But with loss, we're also talking about the loss or the grieving process that people go through just in life, period. Because we know that you don't only grieve people that have passed, but we also grieve relationships. We grieve, you know, the loss of a job, the loss of a home, you know, the loss of elderly people grieve the loss of their youth, right? When what they once were and what they used to be, right? The loss of friendships, right? The loss of intimate relationships. So there's so many different losses that we go through in life, and just learning and really talking about the importance of going through the grieving process, and then the importance of healing, right? So on the other side of loss, and what does that look like? And for us, we was talking about what happened, babe?
No.
For us, we were talking about how we went through it, right? Individually, we grieved completely different. That couple of months was horrible. It definitely was. For us, we grieved completely different. I didn't read Kevin's thing, babe. I believe it's because I'm here to heal alone versus my sisters. Definitely. And you know what? I was gonna say the same thing, Kevin. So Kevin wrote, for those that are listening, I always gotta think about our listeners. One of our I can't call them onlookers. Family. Yes,
podcast family.
Yes, our podcast family said, Kevin, who's also our real family.
That's my spiritual son.
I believe it's because I'm here to heal alone versus my sisters and mom all have each other. And that was something that I was going to actually say to my other podcast family and our actual family, Simone, that said about her grandmother. She too had to mourn and grieve alone, right? Kevin also, he's going through this situation that's not an isolated situation, but to him, isolated because his immediate family that felt the brunt of it is not there with him. So that's another thing that can hinder people from grieving, from not grieving, from
healing,
from healing, and also from going through the grief process, because there's different stages of grief.
Absolutely. But is it possible now? Not trying to pick on Kev. Kev, is it possible that you're isolated, or have you been isolated, or is it happened that you're isolated because you would have tried to foster everyone else's healing process rather than your own, and maybe you're by yourself so that you can heal? Because I think sometimes with the rock or the strong one or the protector, that person that the family runs to, sometimes we push our healing on the back burner because we're so used to being attentive to the needs of everyone else. So if you're by yourself, is it because, or is it by chance, so that you can actually heal, rather than saying, hey, mommy, you're right, or sisters, you're right, or you know what I'm saying? I think so. In some cases, not all cases.
In some cases, but I still think that, as you go through the loss of whatever it is that you've lost and you're grieving, you do need that support system. You do need the people that are around you that can be like, I understand, what you're going through, or I'm here for you. And then also people may not be physically going through what you're going through in that moment, but they may have had that season already in their lives, right? So they may have not lost their grandmother in that moment, but they may have lost their grandmother a couple years ago that raised them. So they may be able to speak to that space that you are now going through. Case in point, before I get my case in point, it didn't hit me until I walked in my home that I would never see her again. But even in her transition, God promised he would always be with me. And the fact that I dealt with it alone. Yeah, it's true. It's true. When you deal with grief alone, that can be hard. It can be hard. It can be very hard. That's all I got. It can be hard.
No, absolutely.
A friend of mine, we lost Mello in 2019. She lost her mom in March 2020. I want to say on his birthday. I want to say it was on his birthday. And we bonded before she lost her mom. But once she lost her mom, like, we really started to form this really serious and connection. We just started to form this bond. And even though we were grieving two different losses, right, we were still there for each other. And what I appreciated, and I believe she can say she appreciated this about me and what I appreciated about her, we never tried to make it seem like we knew exactly what the other person was going through. Even though we both were dealing with the loss, I don't know what it feels like to lose my parent, my mother. I don't know. I have my mother. She doesn't know what it feels like to lose a child, right? So we made sure, and we were very clear on respecting the other person's loss, and knowing that even though we've lost, we can't then say, I know what it feels like with what you lost, because I didn't lose that. So that was something that was important for me. And it was also important for her to also validate what it was that she was going through, while her validating what I was going through, and not feeling like we were just gonna put it all together. Like, oh, okay, I understand what you're going through. No, I don't. I really don't. You can't call your mother. I can call my mother any day. I can't see my child. You can kiss your child. Like, it isn't the exact same thing. It is a loss, but they're different loss. So that's another thing, depending on a loss, that kind of can determine or can affect the way that we grieve too.
Absolutely. So let me ask, because we're gonna try. We said we said every episode we're gonna try to be around an hour.
We're gonna be around an hour for real this time.
Prince Mikey gotta go to sleep. Jay gotta go to sleep.
And I gotta get my hair braided up.
Yeah, and she looking crazy under there. She looked like Don King.
Stay focused.
I'm focused. I'm focused on your roots. Anyway,
he's looking like Ruff McGuff and got the nerve to talk about my roots that's covered.
Yeah, but your mama like it. Look.
You got one more time to say something about my mama, and we gonna have a problem. Mom, come get your son-in-law.
So let me ask, and this is for everybody. What's some of the things? Now you may not have be healed from the grief of a loved one, but maybe there was a relationship with someone you thought you was going to marry. Maybe it was this job that you thought was going to be your ideal job,
or friendship.
I was coming down that street.
Coming down that street. Coming down that lane.
I was cruising on.
Okay, I'm trying to expedite.
No. I ain't ask you for no help. I'm just joking, y'all. But what's some of the things that you guys did to heal? What's some of the resources, some of the tools, some of the methods that you can share with those that are listening audibly? Because believe it or not, there are people who don't watch us on video; they just listen to us on audio. So, what's some of the things that you guys have some of the methods to use to cope, to heal, to get yourselves through, to get yourself past?
Well, I'll go first since we're waiting for the list. The therapy, yes.
Therapy. I
was going to say that therapy. I personally am pro therapy.
I believe in it now.
He believes in it now. He did not believe in it.
No, I was one of them people.
So I went to group therapy. I had one-on-one therapy. I believe in heavy on the therapy. Listen, I don't know why Black people be trying to say like therapy ain't it.
Because my mama said, whatever happened in her house, stay in her house.
That's ridiculous.
So I ain't about to sit on nobody's couch
but I'm gonna sit on the couch
business.
and tell my mama business and tell my business as well. That's just what it is. Therapy, heavy on the therapy, with counseling. Now, I do believe, and I know this for a fact, I do believe that there are things that only God can heal. That there are things that no therapist can touch. That doesn't matter. Journaling, yes, Bijan, journaling helped tremendously. Absolutely. Yes, when shout out to Kevin Go for the encouragement. Yes, when Kevin did the 21. I
don't know why the
journaling challenge was amazing.
He's disrespectful.
Journaling helped.
Started for the new year.
Started, Kev. Journaling helped.
Yes,
therapy helped. Those two things help. But the third thing for me that helped me, honestly, and I ain't trying to get too deep because it's late in the hour, but prayer for me was so helpful. Like I really sought God in a different way when I was going through, and as I am going through and still going through my grieving process. So those things were very helpful. I am a pro advocate for
I like Kevin's
for prayer and for God, for therapy and for God. I feel like the things that come out in therapy are those same things that you can take to God in prayer. So now we're using both methods because we are spiritual, right? But we're in the natural world, so we're doing both is happening. So we can't only take care of the spiritual part of us, side of us, and then neglect the mental and the mental part of us. Kevin said what?
He said, lost connection with someone I grew up very close to. I wrote a letter to that person, sealed it, sat at the water, prayed, and released the letter in the water, left it all there. I think that's a dope.
Kevin is my twin.
I think that's dope, Kev.
He is my twin.
I think that he's your twin.
Yeah, we both born, well, we can't do signs, but we both. Kevin is my twin.
Kevin looked like an orangutan. Anyway, I think that's a dope way to get closure. Nah, it was just a joke. You know what? We be joking. I think that's a dope way to get closure. To write a letter.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? To write a letter to get everything out. To like express, because sometimes face to face, I may hold back.
I think we should give them a homework assignment in the last 10 minutes.
All right, go ahead, give me a homework assignment. You cut me off.
Finish your sentence. No. Finish your sentence.
But I think, Kev, that's a dope idea. To now, would it, Kev, and for everybody else that's watching, would it be cool to send the person the letter, or to just release it in the water? Because I do believe that some people change. You know what I'm saying? So who I was in one season of my life, I may not be in this particular season. And so if my other baby mom wrote me a letter, you know what I'm saying, now I'm like, oh, okay, baby mom number one, like, all right, cool. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm just joking.
He lying.
I'm joking. But no, all jokes aside, what would it be to that end? Should some people mail theirs? Or should we just release it in the water or burn it or whatever and let that be?
Yes. I don't know how to work this thing.
Yeah.
Fasting, definitely. I think, Ron, back to what you're saying while you checking that. I think both. I think you better seek God eventually. Seek him while he may be found. Come on now.
Call on him, Mike.
Listen, call on him. He's speaking in tongues quietly. Call on him while he's here. Your mom. Your mama jokes. Wonderful.
I love you, Kev.
I think both would be important. I think either writing a letter and just kind of, sending it out, ripping it. So one thing I did a long time ago was we wrote a letter. This was actually in a youth conference. This is dope. I heard people writing letters and notes. That's what I did. I was just about to say it, Bijan.
BJ, he on point.
We wrote a letter to a person or thing that we felt like we needed to release or heal from. You wrote that letter, you wrote the person's name, whatever you did, and we burnt it up. And that was so liberating. I mean, I wasn't healed from it. I didn't completely heal.
She was still in her feelings.
I was still in my feelings.
She was still in her feelings.
It was a process. It
started the process?
It started the process. It did. It was levels to it.
The healing is for you, not them. However, you feel as though it's beneficial for both parties, do so. That's good, B. That's good.
Yes. So, I mean, I think that, if we would like to, I thought about that. Then I remember who it was and knew that I never received what I needed from the end and sending it to him. But it forced me to mentally have it. Yes.
Expectation.
Yes, expectation. Definitely. I feel like what Bijan said and what you just said, Kevin, like the healing is for you. So it's better for you to release it, because sometimes if you do send it, then it's a matter of them responding, and then like you don't want the back and forth. You just want to release it. So whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. I just need to release this from me. So that I can heal properly. So I think, I felt a quickening in my, come on, Bijan. Bijan is saved on this week, honey. He wasn't last weekend, but this weekend he is saved. Bijan, we are proud of you. I think that, the life after loss, the life, through grieving and healing is very important. I think that we as saved for, I gotta stop with y'all. I'm trying to stay focused, Bijan. I gotta put this ship. I gotta dock this ship right now.
You cursed? Did you just curse?
I said ship, Ron.
Oh.
Now because
you did that to me.
So
I just figured I'd get it to you.
Don't do me. Don't do that.
No, Riddell, we love you.
Yes, we love you. We're just basically talking about healing. We're talking about grief. We're talking about loss. We're talking about the process and going through it all. And then, if I would leave a truth moment, right, for the next, Lord, take them to you're making it. I'm done. If I can leave, I'm trying to focus, guys. Listeners, please apologize. We have the viewers, our truth moment family that are just commenting and making me laugh. If I can leave 2 minutes, a 2-minute truth or a truth moment, the truth is that grief and mourning comes in stages.
Absolutely.
And healing doesn't always happen overnight. But healing is possible. That's the truth. You can heal. You can heal. Absolutely. Because the song says, babe, what that song say? Because heaven, no. We off.
I don't know.
Heaven
Oh, heaven has no sorrow.
Yes, come on,
I mean,
babe.
see you messing it
But
up.
you know what I'm talking
Earth
about.
has no
Earth
sorrow.
has no sorrow that heaven
Come
cannot heal.
ye
Ron used to love that song. I'm surprised you didn't remember that I
disconsolate.
was talking
I'm
about
singing
that.
it now.
Yeah, but no.
Come ye disconsolate.
Yeah, because
Earth
Earth
has
has
no sorrow
no sorrow.
that heaven cannot heal.
Dang, I should have ended with that because that was a deep statement.
That was a
But-
deep statement.
But you go get 2 minutes and I'm gonna just say that again.
No, I'm not doing that. Don't tell me what to do.
That's fine.
I'm Ike, you Tina.
Earth.
Yes, Kev. That version right there, Ted and Sherry, is the
Earth
by
has
far the best version of that
no
song.
sorrow that heaven
By far the best version of
cannot
that
heal.
song.
But the key to healing is this: you have to want to heal. You have to want to be healed.
Oh, Janita, listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Vocals run in his family, but it didn't run through him. It ran everywhere else but Jamel.
That's because I'm the man that makes them hit the notes. How about that?
Ron, wrap it up. We gotta
Joe
go.
Jackson. No, I'm playing.
It's 8:58. We got kids to put in the bed. Listen, break me down. 8:56. We gotta.
Yeah, that song was deep.
Put in the bed, but it's true. You have to want to heal. Earth has no sorrow that heaven can not heal. But you know, you have to really want to heal, and you have to make sure that it's, you know, it's something that I had to learn and was told to me by me healing is not me.
That's right, Beehive.
You can't sing well enough
yes,
for the
you
brotherhood.
can.
Yes, you can sing, Bijan. By me healing was not me losing or letting go my son or forgetting about my son, right? It was allowing me to say, I'm going to heal and I'm going to take my son with me to this healed space, to this heal as a healed person. I'm going to travel along. Ron, I'm trying to be serious and y'all over here joking.
I'm not, I ain't say nothing.
I'm done. Truth is, I'm done.
You was done before you started. That's the truth.
Oh, wow.
But Kev is funny. Now, all jokes aside, guys, we love you. So listen, for the few of you that's still with us, we're not going to stay on grief and loss and death and everything too long, but we definitely we want to make sure that you guys are well-rounded with us. We want to have a whole conversation. We want to have healthy conversation, and we want to have truthful conversation, because we can talk about sex and marriage all day.
Yo, I can't focus with the two on here.
Oh my God, BJ said I got sat down.
I was singing for the Lord. I got sat down because you were sitting, BJ. You started to sin.
Oh my God,
that's why you got sat
BJ
down.
Is funny. So
focus.
listen, family, and I'm gonna do this too, because I got a few people that I need to do this for. So your homework assignment, we're gonna partner with Uncle Kev and his journaling challenge, and your homework assignment for we come back in next week or 2 weeks.
Man, you know good well we come back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
No, we're gonna come back in 3.
No, so we're gonna have to pre-record.
We're gonna have to pre-record.
We're gonna have to pre-record. So we're gonna pre-record, and I'm gonna share one of mine with you guys. But let's write this letter. Let's write this letter. Let's write this letter to whoever you need to write this letter to. Let's get the closure. Let's get the door shut.
Or even write the letter to grief.
Absolutely.
Oh, that was
absolutely. It was okay. It was okay. Write the letter to whatever it is, whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? And let's go from there.
Write the letter to whatever you need to be healed from.
Exactly. But that's what I didn't say it like that.
When I said it, it sounds so. I'm just joking. But what you said made sense too.
So I guess I'm just here for decoration and ornament. That because I don't get
He's
to
just
talk.
Here for a good time. No, you get to talk. Sorry.
When's the good time start? Anyway, write the letter to whatever you need to be healed from. I got a few things that I need to be healed from still, as a 32-year-old young man, as a father of 3, as a husband of a wife. I have a few things I need to get healed from. So I'll be writing letters. I'm gonna share one to the police department of this wicked country we live in that has shot down so many brothers that look like me. No, you laughing.
I'm laughing at you. Better go ahead, Quentin, babe. Babe.
Kev said knock her hat off.
Oh,
Oh man,
I'm
but
leaving.
no,
I'm leaving. The levels of disrespect. No, I can't take you serious right now. You talking about right now?
all jokes aside.
I'm
No, I got a few letters that I'm writing this weekend. So this is what my weekend is gonna be.
You
I'm
were
gonna write.
just trying to embarrass me.
Nah. I tapped it. I gave it a little love tap.
Wow.
I gave it a little love tap. If I want to embarrass you,
Babe, don't.
Nah,
I'm going.
I'm
Bye.
playing.
Truth
But,
moment is I gotta go. Jesus loves you. I'm not gonna be disrespected on here. I just won't.
Write the letters. Write the letters. We're gonna pre-record this week, and it'll be I'm not attacking her.
Attacking me, trying to embarrass me on this good here social media live.
I'm not attacking her at all.
Let's go, Raw.
I'm not attacking her at all. But let's write these letters, family. Write these letters to whatever it is you need to be healed from, to whoever it is you need to be healed from. And if you have the courage or feel like you want to send it to that person, then do that. If not, burn it, shred it, do whatever you need to do. But let's heal. Let's be intentional about our healing.
Let's heal on purpose. And the reality is, like I also said, it may not be a person that you have to heal from.
Right.
You may be still grieving the loss of someone. It could go either way. You may be grieving the loss of someone, and you need to kind of release that and let that and allow yourself to process.
I'm still grieving the loss of my 5th grade sweetheart.
I gotta go, guys.
I didn't have a ring pop, and she left me for the kid with a ring pop, and that broke my heart.
Thank you for listening. Please tune in. The shade is so real, Kim. It's just out here. It's just real crazy out here. Listen. Please keep listening. Please stay with us. We know we be here, we be there. Life be happening, but that's the truth.
No, the truth is she be in them streets. She belongs to the streets.
Is life be happening.
She belongs to the streets.
Let's go, Ron. Let's wrap this up.
Who you
Let's
talk to? You better put some respect on my name with a K.
Babe,
put some respect on my name. Is you finished or is you done? Matter of fact, I'm walking out. End the show. Truth moment. Peace.
I don't even know how to end the show, so he's gonna have to come back. Bye, guys. Truth moment is that Jesus loves you, and so do we.
The truth moment is Jesus loves you. Peace.
So do we.